Hello, this is Corner Burza. I'm a 6-dan player, and in this video I'm going over a recent game played by Dank75 1Q on Fox Opp server. This time white lost by 22.5. Actually black was supposed to push here, then white blocks, and now the game is finished, but it doesn't really matter, that extra point. So it felt like white was in control, at least in the first half of the game. Very good Fuseki, and then somehow black managed to grab the lead in the middle game and the gap got bigger and bigger. So towards the end this was a comfortable win by black. Let's see what actually happened here. So we have a very peaceful opening, 2 start points by white. That's a good way to keep things simple. Black played the Shimari, white inside approach. So normally in this kind of Fuseki, white can consider Sansan. That's the first thing that should be considered when you have a star point and a Shimari. Another way is to press on the right side at Q14. This shoulder hit, it's quite fancy. I think this was the first idea that was brought up by AlphaGo back in the day when the AI started to win all the games. The all-style Fuseki is to split at K17. That's rarely seen nowadays. Also, white can play the approach on the outside at C14, and of course the inside approach like it happened in the game. This is a very common play, so well done so far. Black defense very calm. Okay, now attach. This is modern. Hane, very good. All these moves are pretty much forced. Yeah, I keep seeing this move. I mean F16 to allow Atari, when actually black can just play the solid move and then decide whether he wants to turn or to go down. Well, either way it's fine. It's just that black has the freedom to choose. Now when black plays F16 and Atari follows at E18, black should always connect. But yeah, black probably just wanted Sente and now he can play somewhere else. Okay, this approach is fine, good direction of play, white defense. Black slides. Actually here black can extend back towards the left side to try to complete that left side and set up a big moyo. But yeah, he can also play the modern style, the Tsuke, Hane. For example here white can go for double Hane, black connects, white connects, and then black again can extend on the left side like this. He can also extend low, but it's a little bit flat because white will come up with a shoulder hit and is going to reduce. So in this case, I would prefer a high extension. Anyways, that's just a scenario. So black played the slide, white immediately blocked the corner. This is the normal move just to complete the Joseki, in which case usually black will play a 2-space extension, or he can play Ogema, and he can also play just Keima to step up a little bit. Now if the situation is like this and white grabs another point, let's say here, when black plays another move, he will complete all that territory on the left side. But in the actual game, black went up, so he really wants to build a lot, like a huge moy on the left side. But this seems a little bit greedy here, because it's very easy for white just to invade on the middle of the board. This actually happened in the game. But let's go back a couple of moves. For example here, if white wants to make sure black is not going to set up a big moy on the left side, white can think about the Tsuke at C7. This is a bit aggressive, but it's a nice idea to reduce or to prevent black's plan on the left side. So black usually plays Hane under or Hane above. Let's check some variations with both moves. Let's suppose he starts with the Hane under, so this would be a very territorial way of playing. White can do a crosscut, then Atari from behind and simply get ahead. Now when black plays Sansan, he can also ignore this, but okay, just to keep the corner safe, white can already play away. For example, a middle side extension like this to make use of his wall and set up a moyo. But in the same time, white forces black on a very low position on the left side, so damage is done. Now maybe this is not an amazing variation for black, so he can try the Hane up. In this case, white can simply Nobi. Black can descend or push again. We can check both ways. So when black goes down, white either blocks the corner or turns. In this case I would turn, because if you just block the corner, black can put pressure here And this group on the left side just feels a little bit heavy, so now white is on the run. So let's say white just turns. This would be the basic pattern. Black takes the corner. White can play one Atari, but even without this Atari it's fine. You can just extend, let's say, 2 space extension to be safe, and this will annihilate the power of the top left strong formation. And if black plays, for example, this Nobi, you just extend on the bottom. So white gets to develop both sides, the bottom side, the left side, and it prevents black's big moyo. Now if black pushes along, you can Hane first, then a 1 space jump. Obviously black will hit the key point because this tiger mount is too nice for I shape and it creates cutting points, and white simply plays a Kosumi to keep the I shape. Now black will go in the corner, white can block. Black needs to defend here, otherwise white can push and cut the stone in the corner, and white extends for a base. So again, this variation comes to an end. If black plays a Kema here, you just play another 1 space jump to secure the group on the left side, and it's much better than the actual game. So again, white managed to broke into the left side and erase that potential moyo. So this is a classic way, just block Sansan. But in the future, it's good to consider moves like Tsuke or Pincer can be an option. Also, high Pincer, it's possible. So moves that kind of prevents black's game plan. So black can simply go here, and now it's a bit harder to invade that left side. But yeah, he was a little bit greedy to jump like this. White can consider a peep right away to see whether black will protect like this or like this, and then extend on the left side. Now black can make some I shape, but he lost the left side already. So when black plays here, nothing to worry about. You can play a shoulder hit. Those stones are very light, they are very hard to be caught. So middle side extension, also a good idea. A bit strange this Tsuke by black, I wouldn't play it. It feels like it's going to help white develop a shape. So black can play a 1 space jump here to keep his base and put white on the run. He can also play a cap move, but white can go one side and then the other side and look for a base. So it feels like white has an easy game so far. But this Tsuke, it's a bit too much. So Hane one side or the other, yeah, this is fine. Crosscut, it's an overplay too. Black should just pull back, white defends. Now this group in the top needs some help, either push out here or play a Kema. White can push along and jump to the center. So damage is done, but at least black keeps his groups safe. Now the crosscut, this feels very nice for white, but white could do a little bit better here. So white, black turned, yeah, then white goes Atari, very good. This push I wouldn't play right now. There's a better way. Normally you wanna block at b8 in Sente, but if you start with b8 right away, probably black is not going to capture the stone immediately, because this allows a peep and then go down here to take away black's base. So what black can do to resist a little bit is to play this Kosumi Tsuke. Now when you connect here, he can either connect under or now take the stone. Probably connect under to keep all the groups safe. So this is not enough punishment by white, but white can start with a peep. So if black connects on the left side, you're very happy to cut the stone in the middle and get a lot of potential. And later, of course, you can also push at e12, but for now, you're happy to separate this e6. So that's a bit hard for black to accept, therefore black will probably connect to this Kikashi, and then you block the left side with Hane. Now when he plays the clamp, you can go down, and then the cut doesn't work anymore. That's why you need to play the peep first. So once you play this move, black will either capture with Atari like this or Atari like this. Probably in this case it's going to be this Atari, so when you push from behind it doesn't force black to do anything. And then it's good to block here to keep some eye space and also prepare the b6 move. So if black simply goes out, for example, you immediately Hane here, and now black is forced to connect with an empty triangle, and the group is in a terrible shape because it's heavy, and all of a sudden white doesn't have to worry about anything on the left side. So white will simply build while attacking. So I guess when you play a move like c6, c7, sorry, black should go down, so he prevents the hane. But now you either jump out here or you jump from the bottom. Anything works fine, even like this. Yeah, probably jump from the center, then black comes out, and then you also extend on the bottom. So this way you induce the development on the bottom side, and black is still on the run. So this would be excellent for white. Therefore, the way to make sabaki is to play the peep and then block. Because this block is threatening to capture those 3 stones on the left side. So for example, if black comes out here thinking, okay, this group is more in danger than the left side, you immediately capture these 3 stones. So it feels like you make more territory on the left side than black, who originally had the potential in that area. So push along. When you push like this, you probably expected black to go nobi, and then you can do the peep block here. So like this you gain a little bit with the push from the outside. But black connected on the left side. So now you lost the option or the opportunity to block him at b8. And yeah, now you can play a couple of Ataris on the left, but black it's all connected. And he links under. Actually, before he connects under, he can play a peep. You need to connect and then he connects. So the group is a little bit heavy, but yeah, not a very big difference. So he just links. And now it's good to play away. Yeah. Well, the result is not that bad after all, but it just could have been better. So keep in mind that peep sequence and hane. So next time you damage more. This was a big point at r6. His Atari is very small. I mean, right now for black it's interesting to play on the bottom, like split the side like this, or maybe even attack at h3 and then extend for a base. He can also play on the top side, an extension around here. It's big to play shoulder hit and jump like this. I mean, there are many moves in the open spaces on the board that black can play, and he decided to play an Atari on 2 stones, which is actually just like endgame to capture 2 stones. It's 4 points, really no big deal. Right now we are still in Fuseki. This Tsuke, it's a little bit questionable. If you want to play an attachment in the top, it's usually the P17. Now when black goes up, you play a hane and then you simply extend. Usually here black would play a hane, then you gotta pull back, he will go down, you turn, he comes up and then you extend. So this is like a normal Joseki if you think about the attachment. And if black simply connects solid, now you extend 2 space extension. So it's a safer base. But you don't really need that move. I mean, so Atari here. Right now it's interesting to play either K4 or O3 for example. So this way it's hard for black to invade the corner because you have Kosumi one side or the other and the corner will die unconditionally. It's big to play the extension at Q10. It's also big to play, well, in the top it's nice to play the Tsuki actually instead of a move like this, but there are bigger places on the board to play instead of the attachment here. This feels like, okay, you really want to destroy that corner, so it makes let's say white just feels jealous that black wants to take those 12 points in the corner when there is so much open space to conquer on the board. So attach, hane, Atari, then go down. Now here there are several moves white can think about. You can play Atari in the corner, for example, under. He captures right away, then you extend back, then he blocks the corner and you extend again. Either 2 space jump or Keima to step up to the 4th line. So this feels a bit over concentrated for black. It's a powerful formation, but nothing to complain. White got the position in the top too. Now another way is just pull back. If you pull back and your opponent pushes along, then you have Atari under. So he will probably take right away. Now when he captures, again you extend to the top. And this feels a little bit better than going down to P18. And another option would be to play to come out. Now when you come out, maybe black will want to fight a little bit, so he might extend here, then you go Atari, he goes down, and you come out. Now if he captures the stone in the top, let's say like this, it's a little bit of a problem because you can push in center and cover this way. Now he's losing a lot in the corner. So I guess he continues pushing like this to expand the liberties, maybe even one more. And now when he captures this stone, you can still push in the corner, then turn. And now in order to stay safe, black will probably play another move to take the corner. But sacrificing those stones like this is not bad, because you got a very nice potential on the right side, and then you can also play another big point here. All of a sudden you have this huge moyo everywhere. So for giving up some stones in the corner, I think it's worth it. But, you know, this is a way to look all over the board, you know. And yeah, the focus, when you just go down, it's in the top. It's not like what can happen on the right side, for example. So let's check another variation. Push, push, push. Now, if black doesn't want to allow you turn at R12, he might play Keima. But in this case, you sacrifice the stone in the corner with this block, and then you jump to the top. And now these two stones are separated. So white has a pretty good fight, because all of a sudden you got a target in the middle of the board. So those are the ways to continue, but I still feel Q16 was a little bit overplayed and it wasn't really necessary. So black took, white extends. Actually, white should extend maybe only 2 space jump here. It's a bit safer. On the 3 space extension, black can think about this move, for example. And then when you connect under, he can pull back. You need another move to keep the stones connected. Later in the endgame, when he blocks here, you need another move to stay safe. Otherwise, he can wedge and you lose the stones. So all that maneuver fell apart. Therefore, yeah, the extension, 3 space extension, feels a bit loose. He can also just jump, no B, and then he has a very powerful wall and extends from it around here or even R9. Then, well, you can go to the bottom, but it's easy for black to invade. So now black starts to look good all of a sudden. Yeah, this is a proper move to invade the bottom. White jumps from the left, that's nice. So if black simply plays O3, you can kick, or you can play P2 to put pressure on this group. And if he blocks, you just go up, you nob your jump, and then you extend on the right side. But black played the attach. This is a move that probably it's a bit risky for black. I mean, he was supposed to take the base at O3. So there are several options here. Let's see the actual move. White cuts. Possible, but a bit too aggressive. We have to check a variation with that too. Normally, white simply pulls back. Then when white pulls back, black also needs to connect like this, or with a bump. And in this case, white can take away the base. So black just became heavy. So when you pull back, you actually prepare the cut at K4. If he comes here, you play the kick, and then you cut him, and now you just Atari and capture the stone. If he comes along, you keep pushing like this. The stones are captured because of this combination. Atari from behind. Boom. So that's one way. The other way is to play Hane at H4. If black simply pulls back, now you have 2 options. You either take away the extension, in which case he needs to Hane, no B, and play another move to stay connected. But black just pretty much got neutral points, and then you grab another big point. Now, of course, you can also go up here, so you don't let him connect to the left side. Then he extends, you put some pressure, and then you extend on the right side. Still okay. Now, when you cut, you gotta check the ladders. Like, if you simply pull back here, he will start a ladder that goes to the right, and then you play a ladder breaker, he captures the stone. Playing Atari here is probably the not the worst case scenario, but it's not amazing, because once black goes up, he creates Miai between capture at H3 or capture in a net at L5. So normally you connect this stone or you go down, so you don't get captured like this, and then black will just play here. So what's the point to play Atari from the left side if you lose one or the other? Now, if you want to prevent the ladder, you need to play Atari here first. Then black comes out, then you connect under. Then black will probably nob again because of the cuts. So you play here, but now he's got some problems because he cannot play Atari here and set up a ladder anymore. The ladder is broken. And he also has to make a base for the bottom stones. So if he comes out with the 3 stones, you will take away his extension like this and you start chasing. So it's a running game, but black has no base. Now if he goes for the base on the bottom, you can push one time. He will probably block with Hane or Nobi, doesn't matter, and then you have this Tetsuji to capture the 3 stones. Now let's say he plays Hane to resist a little bit more, then you play also Hane, because you can Atari and go down, black will Nobi, and now you play this move. Let's check out this variation. Normally he will go Atari here, then Atari again, you go Atari from behind, he captures the stone, but he can also play this Atari, going out, sorry. Then you go Atari again, he comes out again, Atari one more time, he comes out again, Atari under, you must take the stone, Atari from behind, connect, and then you start the ladder. And the ladder goes like this. It feels like it's going to be broken by R15, but actually it's not. So it just passes very near, but in fact it's a collapse. Because you push him down like this. Boom, kill everything. So well, that's a pretty long read, but if you want to become a dumb player, you need to be ready for this kind of long sequences. So start with Atari here in order to break the ladders and everything. And if black plays Atari under, you just capture the stone. When he extends here, you play this move or the kick. He goes up, then you block. If he extends under, then you take away the extension from the right side. And even if he's running and survives, you build everywhere. So that would be the fighting spirit variation. Atari from the left is just too simple for black to handle. But now he kind of messed up. He played the ladder instead of net. Net it's a little bit better because like this, even after the pips, it's no big deal. Black is already alive, and white is not going to play a center move on the right side. Now when he starts the ladder, you play this move, Q10, threatening to come out from the ladder, then he needs another move. But if he plays the net and you play on the right side, he doesn't have to play another move here. See what I mean? So white pushed. No need to push like this. I mean, anyway, you're strong in this area, so why get rid of the problem? You better play this move, he takes the stone, and then you play another move on the right side. So you get 2 moves where you can build something. Here with h5, you just increase the territory with like 1 point. So that was one slack move, and all of a sudden, from a very good opening, white is slowly giving back the profit or the advantage. The lead is going down. This black turn, not so impressive. I mean, maybe he's looking to cut the 3 stones, but he can cut anyway, and white will just sacrifice. It's no big deal. It's just like endgame. You capture 6-7 points at this stage. Not impressive. Also on the right side, he can play, for example, this kind of approach, or even slide further to expand the bottom and reduce a little bit. Then he can also approach on the right. This turn, it's really slack. Well, white protected the 3 stones, but white shouldn't actually. It's big to play O3. It's also big to play on the right side, R12 or R13. Maybe black will panic a bit because of the jump at R18 and he will add another move here. But then you play also O3. And all of a sudden you build all this nice territory on the right and you're back in the lead. Because overall, black got the left side, but it's a bit low. And this top right corner and a little bit of thickness in the middle of the board. But if he captures 3 stones, you just give them up and jump in the middle. So this potential in the center can be bigger than the 3 stones on the left side. You need to consider sacrifice. So invasion, white went down. Here normally white will just cover, try to connect the stones. If black plays a wedge, you have Atari down, Atari up. Let's say you play Atari from above, he connects, you pull back, he keeps scrolling to connect to the right, like this, and jump. No big deal, he got like 10 points of territory, but you have a wall, and that wall can also bring some territory later on in the center. Of course he can also play Keima here, but this will just be a low position. So black connects to the right, but then white also has this nice potential. So that's a way to react to the wedge, but also Atari here, it's an option. Black can go out, white can connect, for example, with this move. Black can set up a ladder, then Atari under, he captures the stone, but white grabs the territory, and then again white can extend here to build some more. Also, when you play the attach, black can simply no-b. And in this case, you connect solid. If he plays the bump, you go up. If he jumps, you push along one time. Second time, maybe later. And now, extend here. So he got these points on the right, about 8, 10 points, something like that. But you have a wall. And this wall can also build 10 points in the center, easily. So white is still good. This way, yeah, black will go up. Actually, black can play the bump to make sure white will not connect under at S8. White no B, and then jump out. And now this group on the right side needs some help. You need a base, but then you also have a problem in the corner when he slides like this. Well, you can survive, but smaller. So jump, jump. Ah, black took the 2 stones. Not so big, those captures, but okay, I mean, it's Sente, but this can be played later too. Okay, jump again, that's important. Interesting to jump on the 5th line. Normally, if you need a base, you go on the 3rd line. And if your opponent plays the Tsuke, your Hane, he goes up, that's it. You already have a safe position, and now you can play P3. Also, O3 is still available, but P3 is actually a little bit safer, this formation. So when he goes on San, he just dies inside. So, anyway, white has a backup plan to connect at S8, that's good. Interesting. Bit dangerous. Yeah, you got a block. Ah, but this block, it's a bit small. Normally, you block here. He plays like this. Then there's a cutting point, so you need to protect like this or like this. And if black turns, after you block, he needs another move in the corner to survive. So maybe he doesn't push. Because if he doesn't play S2, there will be a ko. So for example, if he plays here, to make sure you don't connect under, you start the ko in the corner, and you take back the corner, or at least fighting the ko, you get some ko threads that can help your group. But if you just win the ko, then all the corner is white again. So remember that combination. Therefore, fighting spirit is to block here. And if he doesn't push at S4, let's say he plays something to attack your group, S4 becomes Sente, because now you can kill with S2. Also, this move is Sente to go down, so you have plenty of I shape, and you can still use the attach to connect under. This way, black comes out, it's too convenient. Yeah, this move is good. Cut, okay. You can play double Atari. I mean, if he goes up here, you capture the stone. And if he takes the stone, you Atari from the outside. And now there are no I space, no I shape. Like if he goes Atari, you can take the ko. But let's say you connect, then when he pushes here, you can play this Atari. And if he connects, you just jump in the center for more liberties. There is no way to connect under. So all the stones are captured on the right side. That was quite big. So Atari, this, Atari. Now black made some I shape, but he messed up. He pushed. Instead of push, black should play Kosumi, because when white tries to force the eye, black can connect under. If white separates here with Hane, block, connect, black will make 2 eyes. And then there's a cutting point. Okay, you can play Atari in the corner, but it's no big deal, because this cut is dangerous. So you need to connect here. This is the way for black to leave on the right side. But he messed up, he played a push, and now you gotta hit the vital point. Vital point being T6. Because if he captures the stone, you go Atari, he takes the stone, and then you even play Hane on the first line. Now when he cuts here, you just go Atari, he connects, you can go down, he needs to play this move. So he's got a few liberties, Atari, connect, and then you jump in the center. So there is no way for black to fight the semi or the coin steps. He's losing the liberties rapidly on the right side. Now, of course, he can try this move, but then you connect under, he will push, you block, he will cut, connect, connect. Then again, you win the semi in a few moves, like you play here, and then you have Atari. If black connects, you can go down, and then Atari from the outside. And you got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 liberties, so nothing to worry about. You can just jump in the center and erase more. This was a big chance to come back in the game, like, I mean, establish the lead and just keep it. It's moved 90 and black could die for no compensation. Yeah, like this is connected and that's it. Instead of this move, black should play 1 space jump. Then white has to do this, Atari, connect, and complete the border on the bottom. But actually, even after black survive, probably the game is still kind of close, like a few points for white, or yeah, this is a proper move. But somehow black managed to build a lot in the middle and the bottom and win this game by 20 points. That was impressive. So here when black played this move, white has to throw in, then Atari from the outside, and black cannot connect. When black connects, you go Atari, and it's done. So black's option here is to fight a ko, double Atari, and you take the stone, and he's in Atari with everything. Oh, let's see another move. Wow, you can just play Atari here if double Atari. Ah, that's so impressive. If black connects, everything dies, so you don't even need a ko actually. Because when you play Atari, he captures a stone, then you capture 4 stones. So it's pretty similar with what happened in the game, but you can start directly with Atari throw-in. When you play this move, actually you give him the chance to connect. Like if he plays here, and now you do the wedge, he will go double Atari and capture this guy. Okay, then we have a snapback, that's good, in center. White doesn't really need to capture this stone. I think it's more interesting to jump in the corner and check how black can make eyes. For example, if black pushes like this, and then you block, and now black plays here, you go down, he's still struggling to keep the eye space. Also, if he plays the clamp, then you go Atari, he needs to Atari from the outside, you capture 2 stones, he might capture 1 stone back, but it's risky. He needs to expand the eye space more, something like this. And then when you play Kosumitsuke, he can block here or pull back, but now you can do the Atari from the outside and cut this way. So all of a sudden, you get all this profit by attacking the corner. This is the way to play more effective. So build while attacking. That's just 1 stone. And anyway, you already captured the 3 stones, so it's not necessary to capture another stone here, because the group is already safe. I mean, the 3 white stones are connected with those 2 white stones by capturing the snapback. So why take another stone right now? So that was slack. Therefore, for black, it's very big to just block at Q18 and keep the corner safe. Yeah, this push, it's a large endgame. And why go down at C2? You can block B2. Nothing happens. I mean, if black comes inside here, you just protect. If he plays here, you block. If he plays Hane, you Nobi, and the stones are captured inside. So there is nothing to worry about. And when he turns like this, you connect solid. If he plays Hane, you go down. If he plays this move, you don't care. And if he doesn't, later you push like that. But this is the way to keep the maximum territory in the corner. If you go down, it's better not to play anything. I mean, play in the top right, and when he Hane, you block, Atari, connect. That's it. I mean, you accept that you lose a couple of points at around B2, but he still needs to connect. Otherwise, you will take the stone back. So, in the future, just block B2 or play away. Okay, then Hane Nobi, I mean Hane connect in center. That's fine. Yeah, this block looks like it's going to build a lot, but black can come with a Keima from the left side. And if you block the left side, let's say you jump here, he will push through like this. And then he has the wedge because of the double Atari, then the wedge here. So it's hard to build too much territory in that area. Yeah, this Nobi is good. Hane, correct, push. I think you can Hane here. Nothing happens. If you Hane, you cut, Atari extend. If he goes down, you block. Atari connect. If he comes here, you push. If Hane, you just capture the top stones. So you build more territory in the middle by killing the H15 stone. So black went down. White pushes along. Right now I think white should do something about the bottom side. So for example, a jump around here to erase this area. If black wants to keep the middle points somehow like this, then you also jump to the side, push along, consume in the center. It's really hard to build too much here for black. Then jump from the other side. So in the end it will be a very tiny territory. This push is nice, but it's not necessarily center. Yeah, black did good. Everything's centered there. This move not so large at this stage. Keima here is bigger. If white plays here, black will just block, so the territory is pretty much the same. Yeah, that turn is big. Black should push here not to allow Atari in center. then increase the bottom side. So turn, yeah, that was okay, but still the bottom it's a little bit bigger. Yeah, this Atari, it's you gotta keep it as a quadrat. Now on the left side you can play b5, cut, and Atari, so you get to play Sente at a3. But let's fast forward, because now, yeah, when you play this move, he can pull back and then he has the Hane. Well, small detail. Thing is, solid connection, no quadrat. Already the game is pretty much decided here. There is nothing to kill, nothing to expand anymore or reduce too much. Ah, that was greedy. You can Hane. And then this, you capture, and if he plays here, you push along. And if he goes Atari, he's in a net. So that was too submissive. No need to play Atari. Better play Kosumi. I mean, yeah, Tiger Moth. Because if he blocks, then you go Atari on 2 stones and capture here. And if he plays this way, then you can Atari 2 stones. But first you push in Sente, so you can damage more. Now he can block this way, which he did. Fine. Yeah, this came out so big. So how to break inside? Yeah, well, this 2k is playable. If you Hane, you play another attach, he plays here, Atari, go out, Atari, counter Atari, take, and Nobi. But, well, it's already hard to break too much. Oh, Hane doesn't work. You gotta go down. And then when he plays here, you play Atari. When he plays here, you play here. And that's pretty much it. And Hane like this. Connect. Hane here. Push. Atari. Push again. But yeah, black will still win by 20 points. So yeah, not much to see in this game anymore. It's a pity white missed the opportunity to kill the right side. Is this move really necessary? Let's read this out. This is a reflex defense. Let's say white plays here. So black cuts, Atari, 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 then what? Nothing happens. So white is fine. If the net doesn't work here, so for example, if black tries this move to capture in a way, you just go out and capture 2 stones faster, or you connect under, you answer all the Ataris, you're fine. So this move to defend inside is not necessary. It's a long game, this one. When he played that move, you gotta go Atari to erase the points. Then you gotta Hane here, because in the end he needs to defend at T15. Sorry, S15. So that's it. What was that? Atari? Ah, no, illusion. No need to capture this stone. Nothing happens. You don't have to fight the Ko yet. I mean, there is still some point. This Hane is big. If you place here, you can connect and then you start the Ko for the corner. Oh wow. Actually, or you can play this move, threatening Atari. So if he connects, you cut the stones and it's a Ko. But also, when you play here, he needs to do this. You start the Ko, you place this one, you play Atari, he connects or he takes the stone. Then you play here. When he connects, you throw in, he takes here, you take 2 stones, and boom, everything dead on the right side. So that's bigger than fighting a half-point Ko. Too late. I mean, too obvious. Well, first of all, you don't have to play this move because you have 2 quadrats on the left side. You have throw in and you have Atari here. But right now, you need to play Hane. So on this Hane, for black to be safe, he will connect this way. Then when you play this move, he will connect here. Now you play Atari, he will connect or take the stone. Then you push, he will block. And then you block here. And now, if there are any costs to be filled, yeah, but it's done. It's all good. Like this neutral point and then pass. This would be the proper finish. Yeah, it's done. Well, interesting game. It's a pity white somehow messed up a little bit in the beginning with this fight around K4 and then missed the opportunity to kill the right side. But yeah, focus harder next time, and hopefully we will see more wins in the future.